And here we are at Heavenly album covers. We haven't done any classic rock album covers in a while. It's been a few weeks maybe, and I dug up these Jethro Tull albums, 3 of them from the years 1975 and 6, and they are pretty good Jethro Tull albums and album covers. Most people still think that Jethro Tull is Ian Anderson and that Ian Anderson is Jethro Tull, but he is just Ian Anderson. He's generally playing flute with Jethro Tull, and he plays a little guitar and other things. He's the ad hoc leader of Jethro Tull, even unto this day. And here's their album called Minstrel in the Gallery. Let's move the lights here so we can see the album cover better. This cover has a matte finish, so it's real easy to see here. This image was taken from a print by someone named Joseph Nash. There was a little bit of embellishment here. These minstrels up here are meant to depict the Jethro Tull band at the time. There is a lot of chaos going on underneath these minstrels. This is the gallery. Looks like there's a big open fireplace, some knight's armor, some flags, banners hanging from the ceiling, and just general mayhem here with there's a crocodile, a monkey that's running around, and looks like drunken cavorting is happening here with the gallery, inside the gallery. And let's zoom in on these minstrels up here a little bit. And there they are. Those are the minstrels in the gallery. That's the name of the album. This came out in 1976. It was a follow-up to their War Child album, which was huge. We're going to look at War Child, also by Jethro Tull. And the lettering here on this copy is a little bit obscured and rubbed off, but it just says Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery. It's a little bit lost up here, and it's even more lost because I have the camera zoomed in too far. And let's look at the flip side. It's a nice cover. It's very handsome. It's very busy, this cover here, and it's got a lot going on, but it's still identifiable as a Jethro Tull album cover. The nice thing about Jethro Tull is every one of their album covers is different. Every album cover has a different theme, a different color, a different motif. No 2 of their album covers look the same. And here are Jethro Tull up here in, looks like a recording studio, also could be called a gallery. It kind of echoes the main theme of the real cover on the other side. There are some liner notes here, and the art for this was generally done by someone named Ron Chris and his friend J.E. Garnett. And we can come in here a little bit closer. There's the Jethro Tull people with Ian Anderson right there in the front. And let's look at the inner sleeve. The inner sleeve has the lyrics printed in black over a kind of a light halftone of the band. There's Ian Anderson, all the members of the band. They're kind of hanging out. They're standing in street clothes. They look pretty relaxed. And this album has quite a few great songs. It has some long pieces, some long involved pieces of music. Here's Ian Anderson again. He is not Jethro Tull. He is Ian Anderson. He's looking outwards towards the audience here through some railing, some staircase railing, I think. And so that's Minstrel in the Gallery. And it's a very handsome package, very nicely done. I think Jethro Tull has re-released all of these, almost all of their albums in these giant super deluxe box set sets. And they've expanded all these and are now charging a little bit more than they used to for these single albums. And this is from 1976. It's called Jethro Tull, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. That was a a minor hit for them. That song, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die, was a single. There's a video floating around of that song too. Here's Ian Anderson, not Jethro Tull, and he's got kind of a fist thing happening here. His hand doesn't look quite human or natural. It looks kind of strange, not quite right. I'm not sure why this little piece of dark stuff kind of overlaps over here. I'm not sure what that is all about, but he's kind of emerging out of this hole in the cover. This is all cartoony. The lettering is very nice. It's very effective. This is unique in their album cover output. This is bright yellow and just very cartoony. I don't think they ever had another album that looked quite like this. And let's see what's on the back. It's all lyrics. Here's that shape again. It must be it's like a quote mark, something you would see at the end of a quote. And I'm gonna get a little cup of coffee here, a little sip of coffee from a cup. And this album has some little liner notes on either side of this shape. It's the classic Jethro Tull lineup: Martin Barr guitar, John Evan pianos, Barrymore Barlow, John Glasscock. This lineup kept changing and keeps changing to this day, but Ian Anderson is usually at the helm. He's usually the leader of either his own group or the Jethro Tull group. And within the big gatefold, central gatefold, we have a bunch of cartoons that were illustrated by David Gibbons. Gibbon like a monkey, David Gibbons, and the design was done by Mike Farrell. And I haven't read this whole comic strip yet, but it's quite involved. It shows Ian Anderson going through his day. He looks like he's kind of frustrated with things. Apparently this was going to be some massive rock concept album and movie or stage play, and so they went for the comic strip look here. It's a nice layout. It was probably fun at the time for Jethro Tull fans to read and look at this cartoon after seeing this kind of cartoony cover. And this album didn't sell very well. It was a little anticlimactic after the previous two albums, including this stone cold classic, which is called War Child by Jethro Tull. This features a reverse negative photograph of Ian Anderson. He's giving the camera his full palm, the palm of his hand. He's reaching out towards the audience. This is a reverse image, and he's holding it's like a big metallic banner or a war shield or a war emblem. And this is Melbourne, Australia in the background behind him. I'm not sure why they picked Melbourne, but here's Ian Anderson. I'll try to find a un-negative version of this and put that in the video, our video. And it's just a very effective, unusual image for a cover. It's just very kind of jarring, kind of unusual. This is quite a big plot of empty space here for an album cover back in the 70s. This could have been used for other things. Perhaps the original album had a sticker on here, a price sticker or a blurb. That's just a really big piece of land on an album cover to leave open like that. And inside we have a silvery inner sleeve with all the lyrics. We have that emblem, that War Child emblem with it's like an eagle or a turkey behind the emblem here. All of the tracks have lyrics for them. One of my favorites is Bungle in the Jungle. That's a great song. I could listen to that all day. And the reverse side is about the same. This was also going to be a long form rock concept movie or a video or a book or something, but I don't think they ever quite went through with it. But you never know. Maybe it's on the super deluxe version. And finally, we come to the flip side, the back side of War Child, which I find very interesting. It's almost a lot more interesting than the cover. It's this scene with here's Ian Anderson. He's holding that big metallic emblem here, and we can get a little closer. And he's got let's just point the light right at it. And there's Ian Anderson. There's looks like either Moses or God is here. There's a guy with an umbrella and a bowler hat. Here's members of the band. Apparently these are like girlfriends and wives of the band members and people they brought in from the street. Here's someone playing a nun. Here are some rugby players and a naked guy. Here's a man skating. I think somehow these all relate to the songs that are on the album. Here's looks like a dying soldier, a little girl with a gun, a Tommy gun, and all sorts of things going on here. It's quite beautiful and really quite effective. I'm not sure why they didn't use this as the cover. It would have, I think, it would have attracted a bigger audience, although it had a big audience as it was. Here are some ladies of the evening, I think. There's a song called Ladies on this album. And that is War Child. And this is Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. And Minstrel in the gallery. And that's our little Jethro Tull overview, kind of mid-70s classic rock stuff. I really like Jethro Tull. I like their song Living in the Past.